Hello on YouTube. Hello on Twitch. And welcome to another episode of my Lord of the Rings Online Let's Play series. This is Northstar. Hope you're well, are taking care of each other, and being kind to yourselves. Very epic music, and I thought there was going to be the beginning trailer, but I guess that only plays like a couple times. Unnecessarily epic before I jump into doing some crafting of all things, and maybe the farmer's fair if I have some energy left over after this. Yeah. Let's store that away. Store these maps away for now. So I'm going to cloak this character eventually where? Financial club. Probably can level up enough for that. Yes, and some violet dyes. And I have a lot of other stuff to sell. People usually buy, what, like 6-7 units a dye? Didn't I just... There we go. Let's put this up for sale. This guy's selling white dye pretty cheap. Umber and Sinner usually. One of the cheaper ones. 100 to 150 per dye. Okay. Let's give people a little bit of a discount versus that. I think that's a fair price. Even break it up and take 2 slots in case people want totally buy 6, not, you know, the full 12. All right, so most of the crafting ingredients, you know, these characters are pretty empty actually. There might be some stuff in the vault. Most of it's at personal house. Yeah, I got a few things in the vault. Light and medium hides, rowan wood, brushlight leathers, thin rowan boards. Some dyes I can also use to dye tailor stuff I make and then sell it for a little more than if I didn't. Wait, when did I get this junk? It's useless. It's not even a task item. Actually, I should bring all this stuff to the characters' home. I usually store in housing storage. All right. So I know this isn't the most exciting video, although I was doing, as you can see, all this stuff, twice the turtles and forging a new blade. I was doing stuff before. My character is a little under leveled for. More broken swords sheaths there. Dirty ear. Add fur. And skin. Oh, there's enough to have 10 in hand. So a few of these will actually add up to some task items. There's a basic fishing rod if I want my character to try his hand at fishing here. I think I got my hands on a better fishing rod for the main character, but it binds on use or something. Let's see. Tower recipes. Stuff that will be available when he gets to German Woodworker, which I have enough ingredients to reach here. Some superior carrot sticks. Isn't that what these are? Oh, these are not superior. Slightly higher quality carrot sticks to munch on. And then a whole bunch of hides, woods, etc. I don't know what the glazed stuff is used for. The glazed hides. Should probably read these recipes. I can already do. Don't I already have? There we go. And agate necklace quickness. It's difficult resistance. Vitality. I have combat run speed. Instead of power regen. Outgoing healing. This is probably more useful. And it'll definitely enable the character to get around quicker. Just reading these recipes. That's one I already had. Great. I'll put the die here and I'll come back to it later. Task items will turn in. Should be able to sell some of the other stuff. Oh yeah, let's store away this and this. That's something I already have. Oh, that was a journeyman recipe, not an apprentice. Uh, Sport and red if I already have it. Duplicates, not single use. More stuff to sell. All right. There's some German Taylor recipes, but otherwise, let's just store this stuff, I guess. Cool. Weapon and metalsmith is for when I create a smith character. Guess I can grab back the mushroom pies and stuffed cabbages. Or not. Depends. Oh yeah, this is more equipment for later. when my character levels up. Bu- 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 bu. There we go. All right. So this is all pretty chill. This is here. Thorin's Hall, the underground stuff. Just gonna find a task boxes, which should be over this way, and sell off some of the junk, and then mad skins, wet skins. Wait, a Tomb Society mad skins. This is supposed to be, oh, I'm looking at the, should be wet skins or Breland only. Sometimes it doesn't have all the stuff. Or the wet skins might be Tomb Society. They do have a little bit of a presence in Breland, actually. Squishy Goo, Broken Daggers. Hmm. Up at Comer, Deep Bestowed. Uh, and I may have to find the task board in Breland. I don't see wet skins. It should be not Thorin's Hall or the Matum Society. It should be like Menabri. Could be that's higher level task. My character isn't high enough level for yet. All right, yeah, that's right. Uh, let's see. No, actually, I want these recipes. These are just ones I don't have the skill for yet. Right, journeyman woodworker. Already known, already known, already known. There's ones that require more skill. It might sell for a tiny bit actually on the auction house, but not very much. Pennies. Harvest time painting. This is possibly new. Violet wall paint. Indigo. I'll try that. Doing a little decoration. And gray diamond stone 4. That's the default. Fortified dwarf tower in the yard. I guess it's worth. All right, some decorations for my character's home. I figure why not? Let's spend a little on this, make it a little more attractive, less barren. I don't have a great decorating sense, but certainly do better than a barren bit that is right now. That's not the right home. I'm getting close. No, I'm over here. Got a radiant basin. Why is my character at 1 hope? Oh, because the radiant basin, I think. Does this give hope? The characters nearby? Maybe. Maybe because character's home. Either way. Toggle decoration mode. Oh, did I destroy that? Yes, I did. Whoops. That was my bad. I probably can't use any of the rest. Oh well. Could have put it with the bench. Wall surface. Yeah, wall color. There we go. It's a little nicer. Chandelier in here. I'd rather have it out here though. There we go. Okay, basket chandelier. A painting. Actually, I destroyed a bench. I got a fortified tower. I should probably just sell. Boom. Couple paintings. Chandelier looks a little more homely. A little less ugly. All right. Might even sell that there on the market auction house. Save people the time of tracking down where they can buy it. I think I just don't have a large enough yard for something like a fortified outpost. Like this guy has a wooden watchtower. It's a slot like that. He's got a nicer home. I don't think my character is allowed to have something like that. That's the issue. All right. a little bit of woodworking expertise I can start off with here, since there's no crits on these. I might as well. Do that. Hmm. Turn the rowan boards to shavings and back. It's probably actually a better use of the rowan wood. Anything else? Lots of experience. Turn the shavings back into boards. And aha, now level 12. Get a little XP from this. Occasionally even get crits that make it go longer. Cool. Never run logs to make another run board. Brushed light leather to make a whole bunch. I mean, not light leather, make a whole bunch of brushed light leather. Tell worded apprentice woodworker. Hmm. Ah, weapons I forgot to get rid of. I use this fine ash club. Skip it and go right to Blade of the Forgotten though if I get enough leveling from crafting. Each time I do this, I get 20 XP. And Elf basically lives forever, doesn't die of old age, though could die a violent death, of course, so all the skills he's developing now will serve him for a very long time. His craft skills. Like a human who invests a great deal of effort mastering a skill and then ages. And I've always felt people would invest more in themselves if they lived longer. One time when I first started getting into biology, I actually wanted to research to extend healthy lifespans, but it became obvious that there's no real money for that. We're not close to doing it. And there's no ambition to even try and do such a thing in biology. People whine about, oh, well, the world will become even more populated. I got news. People are already having too many babies. The world, yes, that's going to make a problem worse, but also make other problems better. People need to have far, 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 far fewer children. Below replacement levels for a long time is as longer lifespans mean that in order for the population of the planet to even be the same, you need to have each generation be smaller, which means below replacement birth rates. And there's already too many people for the planet to sustain. Apprentice Forester, proficiency. Cool. Now I can brush medium leathers. Work towards mastering this. This is slow. This is even with the crafting experience bonus weekend. It's just really slow, I have to say. To awarded Apprentice Forester. What does he appear to be doing there? He appears to be scraping the leather with the knife. I see. Removing hairs and muscle bits and such, I guess. These sort of workbenches, the Gondorian ones, you have to pay a bunch of Lord of the Rings points to buy. Which is why I don't have them myself and can't get them. This is taking a long time. To master the apprentice level. I'm not sure what this will accomplish here. I know with some things I'm pretty sure you get recipes, but I don't know what you get from the second level mastery. Let's see if I can look it up while I'm waiting. Maybe AI can answer this question. Or maybe I'll find Google results even better from humans. Reaching the second level of mastery is required to unlock crafting guild progress, get critical success chances on recipes. That's false. You only need the first full mastery. All right, the AI is hallucinating. Without mastering a tier, you'll not be able to unlock any subsequent ones. Hmm. Oh, yes. Oh, I see. This is what it is. Like, I can get crits on something like this. No, I can use the optional ingredients. It's not, it doesn't unlock optional ingredients. It doesn't, it used to be the optional crit boosting were tied to master and tiers. This has changed. You can use crit boosting as soon as you reach proficiency, as long as you've mastered all previous tiers. Attaining proficiency unlocks mastery. Getting access to master allows for critical recipe successes, and completing master allows access to master in the following tier, provided proficiency is complete. Yeah, it's not clear what this does at all. Anyways, the main thing seems to be guild recipes, which require mastery. There's some misinformation, outdated information about getting crit successes, but I've never found that to be the case. Item where? Yeah, now my tools are becoming quite worn here. Tools Apprentice Woodsman. I should probably go back to 3 and get some higher quality stuff. Master Apprentice Forester. Seems like an oxymoron. At this point, this is just getting leveling XP. I'm providing raw materials to do a lot of tailoring stuff. Any of which would just be light leather back and forth. I don't see her as the ability to craft capes. Oh, cloaks. Here we go. Rough cloth cloaks. They're always a bit hard to find. Go buy bolts of rough cloth. Um, no. I don't care about this. Is there a way to disable this? Eh. Oh well. Let's leave it alone. think some of this is new. Hero's Strike. Melee attack increases effective healing on yourself. Echoes of Battle. This chant calls great deeds in battle, demoralizing your foes. Reduces the resistance to songs, cries, or crit defense, and does damage. 27 to 39 light damage every 3 seconds. That's considerable. Call upon the Valor can send certain evil foes fleeing in terror for a short time. Huh. Melee effect that increases incoming healing. I'll have to learn new skills soon enough. Should probably swap them Faire Tower's tools for something better also. Should probably my character go back to the home and grab what I can before I head back to Bree. I might not quite get through all these leathers. Also before the woodsman tools break entirely. I have to be repaired before I can use them more. Party of 13 rated a second ago? Why don't I see anything in the chat or whatever? That's brand new. I wasn't expecting that. They came, they left, and they saw that I was just crafting. And how long ago that happened? That's a shame. It says it just rated. Well, good enough time to finish this then. Hopefully not take too much fall damage here. Folks came just as I was doing some crafting here for. I have 2 fine ash clubs. One of these should be sold. And a linen cloak. Quilted robe. Quilted shoulder guards. During quilting leggings. And some dyes. Alright, back to Bree. Oh, that goes to Celandine, not Bree. Shoot. Mission recruiters would be a shortcut back to Bree. I forgot to change my milestone. This should be a far-ranging stable master. Center town here. Apologize if the glare is a little weird with some of the visual effects. Never did quite get the settings right for the underground lighting to work perfectly. My graphics card. Alright, there should be a stable master there. I can very quickly start housing furniture. Repair my tools. Storied apprentice. Actually, let's buy Ruin boards, those weren't locked. They should have been. Festival grounds, homesteads, South Bree. Let's go to the festival grounds. That'll want me to get back to South Bree or West Bree very quick from there. Oh, it's raining? Raining on the Farmer's Fair? Really? Interesting. Anyways, this is getting me back to Bree. I'll visit this festival in a sec. Folks, feel free to leave comments, questions, whatever in the chat. I'm looking at it periodically. All right. Is there something I needed in my vault? Let's just double check. Club of Adventure. It's all up. Iron Sword. Picked up stuff on the market that I might be able to use soon as I went. Some maps. Yeah, this character doesn't, this alt doesn't have much on him. Let's see if I can get some better crafting tools though. Spore, that comes with Forester stuff. It's got to be usable, which most of this won't be. Yeah, there's nothing usable. Darn it. Let's sell one of these financial clubs. I keep meaning to do that. A couple of them. Should see if there's clubs on sale. Or some more Hard to Ruin Club of Will. No. Nothing like this. All right. The idea of price range is substantial. I think that's exploitative. And I'd probably take too long to sell, just lower the price a bit versus other clubs. I need to offload some stuff here. Let's see. Better leggings, better shoulder guards. I can offload the stuff that I swapped out of. Just robe instead of heavy cloth armor. It's good because the heavy cloth armor was ungodly ugly. And replace this dagger with a club. Bound stuff I can sell off here. Can't resell it. There's no used armor marketplace in this game, unfortunately. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Bound to account. Oops. I think it bound to account. Well, get rid of it then. All right. Set the door. Should be some crafters around here. At least buy non-brittle tools. Nearest supplier. Grocer. Cow. There's a supplier on this side of town, right? Festival horse to the party tree. Well, that's new, I think. Shortcut all the way to the Shire. I'll just head across town. I know there's a supplier on the other side of town. This is actually why I love. Who's this guy? Is this a generic merchant? This is actually why I love being active during festivals, even when I'm not actually doing festival stuff. There's transport shortcuts that are around only during festivals sometimes. Pretty sure that horse is new, or maybe I just never noticed it before. Plus, you can pick up quests on your way around, even if you're not super into the festival stuff. That's the dare award there. Let's see. Should bind the milestone south of Bree so that make it harder to get back to Celandine. Whatever. Most of what I was doing was around Bree anyways. Where is that milestone? Here we go. Bind. All right. Mr. Supplier, sell me your tools. Terror's tools to replace the inferior terrorist tools. Which break annoyingly fast. I guess I can use them for a little while if I'm doing a massive amount of tailoring though. Finish up these brushed light leathers just to be done with it. Sorry, armor I can make for my character. It's my quilted robe right now. 6 will, 4 vitality. I want quilted armor instead. I guess tactical mastery instead of physical mitigation. It's probably better. Yeah, he's reached the physical mitigation cap. It's possible quilted armor is better. Probably on a crit. I got a heavy ash club recipe here as well. Oh, come on. It's taking too bloody long. All right. 2 more wet weathers. You guys can hear me, right? Testing, testing, testing. I'm seeing a little red bar there I don't usually see. Game audio is good, I think. Just test this. Or look at this real quick. Huh. Some games aren't that loud, are really loud, so I probably turned the master volume a little. And music volume. Maybe you guys can hear the music now. Maybe not. All right. some actual useful crafting. Got a couple rowan boards. Make a rowan bow. Just need a rough leather wrapping. Poles, basic birding kit. Interesting. Anyways. Make a bow. Sell that off. For some stupid reason, I thought minstrels could use bows when I created this character. They cannot. I'm lucky I'll end up making a crit. Bow. I did. A stout rowan bow. And sell this on the market for a little bit. Critted beginner level equipment sells for a surprising amount. Let's see. Okay, what else to make or do? That's it for apprentice level stuff. Journeyman wood stuff. So this I might need myself. I have Ash Club. Clubs reduce enemy attack speeds sometimes. Can't use two-handed clubs. Hammers reduce enemy evade chance, so it's more offensive. Oriented spears, a chance to apply bleeding. Passive buffs are maximum morale, maximum power, maximum power. So I probably want a spear because, or no, not a spear, a hammer because of morale. It's a better buff. Huh, I could make an ash hammer. Could, but I'm probably fine with the fine ash club. And being dumb. I'm gonna be on the Blade of the Forgotten soon enough. Still, I'll probably make some of these to sell. Alright, they need fine leather wrappings. Frog legs, fine glass, fine leather. I think I'll make 3. And I have some crit ingredients, right? For apprentice woodworking. I should have used that before. This is not for journeyman level though. So let's store this in the vault. Get this bow for sale. Weapons. Bow. Stout rowan bow. Yeah, this sells for like, it's probably a little high, 442 to 550. Or 20 to 510. A little less exploitative. Do you have 106? Do you have a 160 or new to game? A 160? I'm not sure what that stands for. I may have it. I just. So, for those that don't know, I'm disabled, and sometimes my brain just doesn't register like acronyms, or like it's what it is the executive functions in my brain are impaired, so I can't mentally sort through all the possible things that can mean as quick as I should ideally be able to. I don't know what a 160 is. I probably do, but I don't really recognize the term. So in the recipe for Heavy Ash Club. Oh, that's a level 18 weapon. I think I have some swords that are on that level stored up. I could make some of these. Club of Vitality. Club of Deflection, which is better in a party where you have a healer with you. Whereas Vitality is better for soulings. They each have a niche. Anyways, I can make some of these. There's two types of boards now, solid and thin. Is that true of Apprentice? No, that wasn't. Thin for the heavy ash. Thin for this. Yeah, it looks like it's all thin ash boards. I don't see anything that uses solid. Anyways, so I just need logs of ash wood. Oh, it makes, I already have some thin ash boards. All right, hmm. I can't do crits. I guess I do have to master the apprentice tier. And I don't have the materials to do that right now. Righty then. I need some solid boards. This too. I'll make a couple heavy ash clubs and an ash hammer then. Maybe an ash bow, since bows are more important. Like hunters really need their equipment. Also, champions can use bows as well. Ah, now I can get an introduction to the mayor. Taught to the second watcher. Eastra. It's by the west gate. If I hadn't crossed town, that might have been useful. Figure out what levels people solo more often, so I just made a couple clubs of vitality. It's actually require like twice the materials of this, but it's not critted, so boom, boom. Oh, do I have a max level tune? Oh, no, I don't. My highest level character is level 40 something. I kept rolling over new characters and not very aggressively pursuing leveling, role playing, questing lower level, just finishing stuff for Lord of the Rings points. So I wouldn't say I'm new at this game, but I've been playing it for a couple years, maybe, off and on, to answer that question. Right, ash bows are level 12 equipment. Probably sell for like, it's this for walls 420. I don't smoke that stuff, but I have no problem people doing. Right, I got incredible amounts of leather, but I really need some more rowan wood. Maybe I can buy some. Probably not. Anything rowan associated is usually insanely expensive. Some logs they could buy. I really need the thin boards. All right. I don't need Forester XP at apprentice level. Then run boards. Oh, come on. I didn't know. Do it that quickly. Now I got 63 of them. I have a single log of rowan wood. I was doing the processing nonsense. I wasn't making logs, was I? I was making... Hmm. Bid on these for what it's worth. That's overpriced. Okay. Lots of tailoring stuff I can do, but I'd have to go and get the wood myself if I want to do working stuff. I'll probably just do festival stuff instead. Woodworker. Do this back and forth if I really want mastery. So this is the crafting weekend, so you get a 25% extra crafting XP, and that's part of why I think all the crafting stuff is sold out or very high priced on the auction house right now. Although this is the Sting server, so in Sting, there people are usually less active anyways. Like Glamdring is where my main character is, but I'm trying to build up this. Sometimes the hope is there was a streamer I wanted to collaborate with on Sting, so I created a character just so I could do that, and then they decided they didn't want to collaborate, or I'm not that social was the response or something like that after I created the character. I'm like, well, I still get some points, the low-hanging fruit of when you have new characters, you can get some Lord of the Rings points very quick. And I may find out other people to collab with in the future. So I'm making a conscious effort to build this character. The characters can be my main on the Glamdring server is level 35, I think. Tit awarded. Master Apprentice Woodworker. Nice. All right. I'll just turn it all back into boards. Maybe I can sell the boards, or maybe I'll just do the processing later, sometime off camera, just to get general level XP. It's still something I can do in the background while reading or something, but not right now. Maybe I shouldn't do this right now either. Do it while I'm thinking of what to craft now. And looking, all right. Oh no, I just didn't have mastery for this tier. So I really need to make Ashwood savings, Ashwood boards. I think I have some ash logs. No, just Rowan. Need a few items to sell for money, but this is the most cost-effective way of gaining experience. Since most of the time you can't actually sell weapons and stuff you make for more than the materials cost to make them. Although I found there's more potential for profit with tailor and woodworker stuff, but with metalworking, often you pay more for the ores than the armor you can make out of it. It's ridiculous with how overpriced the ingredients are. I like this robe. Looks a little nicer than what the character's wearing before, but it's still kind of ugly. It's all weird, multicolored. Cap of the White Downs. So he's wearing... I could dye the cap if I wanted to be a little vain. Instead of dyeing something I was going to sell. A, what's this character wearing in this particular outfit? This has... Oh, this is the Time Worn equipment. Marks the character as a complete newbie. But, you know. Is this version where he has a circlet on his head? No. Oh well. Stuff the rough cloak. Oh no, I did go with the rough cloth cloak. It's not terribly bad looking. Anyways, all right, I can now make crit gear. And I can start on U. I have all 2 U boards. Just probably craft up a U hammer, sturdy leather wrappings, sell it, get a little money. Crafting is so expensive in this game because the ingredients and stuff are so expensive. Honestly, there's 2 problems with the economy in Lord of the Rings Online. They figure, one is the characters are too limited in storage space. They really should allow characters a lot more. And 2 is that auction house listings both cost too much and are far too short. So instead of only being able to list things for 2 days, if you could list stuff for like 2 real life weeks, and the price per day was a lot lower, then I think you'd see more of a market actually develop for stuff. It'd be less of a hassle to keep stuff listed until it eventually sells, and people would have reference items that are already for sale, so they can figure out what is a good price to sell something for instead of having to guesstimate or write it down somewhere if they're making an item over and over. So I think those are 2 changes that really are needed. Longer lasting auction house slots and that are cost effective to do it longer time periods, and more storage space. They probably should also give people more auction house slots, period, without having to spend tons of Lord of the Rings points. But U hammer, or actually a U bow. Bows sell for more than hammers. Hunters are a popular class for a reason. They're a great DPS class in this game. All right, so that's it for what I've got U for, so I can't really do much with woodworking there. We need to get my hands on crafting expertise tokens to slowly do journeyman stuff. I've got 1 thin ash board left. Got a bunch of shavings. I'll make these back into boards, I think. All right. We're just level 13 now. Level 14 before I know it. They can equip this sword I picked up on the marketplace, and you guys should have seen me try and take on bears and stuff before. It was embarrassing. My character's really under-equipped, and I was used to playing tankier classes like captain, yellow line captain, sometimes red line captain. Uh, and here I was as a minstrel. I was trying to kite like bears that were over my level by like 4 levels. I was getting wiped out half the time, or barely getting away with my character's life more often. Occasionally, I did kill one if I could manage to stay out of its range, and sometimes catch up on the terrain a little, make it have trouble getting over a fence or rocks. But it was not pretty. So this character needs to be a little better equipped, a little higher level, honestly, for the wildlife around Bree. Own gift box. Oh yeah, I was gonna sell this on the marketplace. I completely forgot about this. I picked this up during Yule. Can send this to someone and they can get the villain title, which is actually worth Lord of the Rings points if you don't have it, but you can also send it to someone as a jab at them, I suppose. You're a real villain, so I sent you a villain gift box in the mail. Right? um yeah, I'm very close to level 14. It won't take long at all here. Crafting. I haven't even started on the tailoring stuff. We'll definitely get there. I shouldn't have equipped that club. Crafted long ago for the great wars against the Witch King of Angmar. Still keen after centuries of neglect. Interesting. Technically has a slower attack speed, so it's actually saying lower DPS, but just fire damage, which against some enemies is better. So it's an off weapon, an alternate weapon. Remember what correctly. Common certain. I'm trying to remember what has common resistance. I think like some of the stuff in the Barrow Downs doesn't it? I don't remember. I think it's less effective. Fire on undead, or maybe I'm thinking of other games that are more rational with their damage types. All right. All right, tailoring. I have the common flax fiber. I'm gonna try and make a better cloak for my character. Crit 1. What do I need again? Bolt of rough cloth. It's probably under B for bolt. Yep. 5-4. That's probably enough to guarantee it. I guess switch to Tailor's tools. It's too bad I don't have upgrade ones with extra crit chance, but one of these would be a crit, probably. 2 failures, maybe not. No, I'm only at like 5%. I stopped making after I ran out of the optional grants anyways. Hmm. 4 cloaks, none of them crits. Probably sell this, but I guess crit's not gonna happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen, Northstar. Alright, oh yeah, I can learn to make carved yew bows, yew clubs, smooth ash spears, heavy ash crossbows. This is a one-use thing. Heavy ash crossbows not. wax and some fine leather wrappings. I can try and make a few of these crossbows. However, I'd probably be screwing myself out of mastering this tier. Let's see. 320 out of 560. Almost to 360, so 200 more XP. Oh no, I could do it. If I do enough of the shavings to boards, boards to shavings, I could still make that crossbow. One of them, I think. Only, that would use up all my remaining wood. Only one. More stuff to sell in the marketplace that way. Let's see. The recipe to make solid ash boards is 2 to 1, which means this effectively costs 8 boards. Yeah, I've got 12. As long as I make sure I have 8 left at the end. I have at least 19 right now. Oh yeah, definitely enough here. Cool. And that mastered journeyman woodworker. And I reached level 14. We're not gonna mess around for many more levels, so I'll equip the Blade of the Forgotten. Or bind it. Hmm. 9 extra HP. It's like 2% more survivable. It's substantially slower. All right, fine leather wrappings. I could actually make 2 of these crossbows. Or a smooth ash spear. And that. I need a sapphire shard for that. Oh well. 2 heavy ash crossbows then. Hope people like using crossbows instead of bows. Probably not. What's breaking on me now? Woodsman tools. Again. Jump over the horse. A horse, of course. Oh shoot, I need the lumps of wax. Gah! Such a pain making stuff sometimes. Alright, I need 4. What is it called? Lumps of wax. That'll be listed as stuff in the market, and I think I might do some Farmer's Fair stuff. This is getting boring for me, and probably for you guys too. Need to be at a workbench for this. Alright. Surprisingly, it looks like everyone's still watching. Let's double check the viewer count. Still current. Sometimes Twitch doesn't update. Huh? People are still here. Surprising. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe do some Farmer's Fair stuff after this crafting here. Alright, made my solid ash boards. Keeps sounding to me like I'm saying something else. Crossbow defense. There's two styles. One that gives probably the crossbow speed is better. But no one will use the crossbow defense, but I'll offer both. This is probably the better one. Cool. I have only one remaining ash board. Probably just stick that in the vault. Later I'll get some more. Okay. So I'll switch to my main probably and grab the Hobbit presence on him. Where is that board? I don't even see it. There's odds and ends in here. Can't use it anyways. Not gonna get to use Leventhron wood. There's the thin ash board. Logs. Could actually level up. Oh, these, the black ears are junk. Let's get rid of these. Sold 3 items. Let's buy back crossbows. I did not mean to sell those. 3 types of ranged weapons to sell. 4 cloaks. A partridge and a pear tree, apparently. And I also need to stop by the task board here in Bree for the wet skins since it's not in the housing one for whatever reason. Actually could use even the very high level hides here. Sell them off successfully. Ah, yes, I know about shared storage. Let's see, I stored away in level 17 equipment at some point. Level 15 Club of Adventure. Huh. Just looking to see what I've got here. Various perks. A scroll. I should probably get that to the housing area later. Hardened iron sort of deflection. So 17, 18 stuff. So yeah, clearly I was planning on power leveling up later. It's been a while since I played this character. It might actually instantly reach. I'll just store it for now, but I might actually reach level 15 before too long. I wish I'd carried the level 15 equipment with me. Oh well. Armor, white, cloaks, level, search. Is there really nothing below level 100 for sale? Okay, well I'm filling a completely uncompetitive niche. Sell these pretty high and trying to encourage people to buy them quick. Or someone else notices the market is so empty. Need to turn over my auction house slots fast. Don't have that many. Everyone can wear cloaks. Pretty much every class uses them, so a great thing to make. So crossbows. All right, these are all 18 crossbows. There's a surprising number of crossbows for sale. A strong ash and a hardened ash crossbow. So I got two level 18 ones that aren't crit. And this guy stupidly made one of defense. He should have made one of speed. So someone might buy this one. They probably won't buy the other. Crossbow of speed instead of defense. If people want defense, I want a cheaper option. There's this. Okay, and U-bow. This is level 22 equipment. It's probably better than the hardened ash bow, right? 16.1, but worse than this. Yep, so it fills a niche. Between the etched U-bow and the hardened ash bow defense. Buy it quick, folks. I don't have time for people to be bidding on this. Oh yeah, I was gonna make some cloaks that I would dye. I can make better stuff than the base. Rough cloth cloaks. I can make quilted cloaks. That's what I should equip my character with anyways. Bolt of linen cloth. We have 5 brush medium leathers. I can make more. Bolt of linen cloth. Really? Come on, game. No one let me buy a dozen before it said I was... Alright. This is how you buy in bulk anyways. Enough to make 24. I really want the crit one. Those will sell for way more. To make some extra medium leather. How much is it for each? Quilted cloak. 2. So I need 48 brushed medium leathers. So take a second. I'm not gonna make this full amount, but I'm gonna make some of it. Better cloak. Let's see, my character's equipment. This could be a thing. Level 12, soon level 12. Gloves. I can make better gloves for myself. Probably should. And shoes. Quilted gloves, quilted. That'll be some of. I won't make it all. Alright, quilted gloves and shoes. Quilted shoes. Quilted hat be better what I'm currently wearing. 2 extra, well, enough vitality for probably slightly more morale. More fate, and lose a little tactical mastery. Which tactical mastery per weld does a minstrel get? About 3 points. Yeah, so I lose 15 tactical mastery. Probably not worth upgrade then. All right, well, I'll make gloves, shoes, gloves, and a whole bunch of cloaks. Try and wear a crit cloak. And then my character will be well enough equipped and I can do some fighting. There should be some seasonal instance as part of the Farmer's Fair here. So it's there. Just need 16 more medium leathers. Another minstrel. Yeah, I'd see if they were trying to send me a tell or something, right? Tells to be in this channel. They're just standing there. I don't know why. Human, female, minstrel. All right. 39, 40, 8 more brushed leathers. That's all I need. 41. Is that a crit or something? Yeah, that was a crit. No, maybe not. For a second I got a crit. Doesn't matter. Five more. 4. God, I feel like I'm counting down to rocket launch in Kerbal Space Program, which is actually probably the game that I stream the most. Well, I've been taking a break from it because I was getting so burnt out. And eventually I'm going to return to some Minecraft. It's just I'm a little intimidated by the modding process. And last time I used Fabric, which is mod that has more like fantasy and magic mods associated with it, but not like the more technological mods which I wanted to play with. Though apparently Cobblemon and I think Pixelman is also, these are Pokemon mods are both Fabric. So maybe if I want to do Pokemon stuff, it's fine. But if I wanted more tech mods, there was the other modding platform that wasn't. Oh, I got 48. Interrupted that. I could have had one more, but whatever. All right. Tailor's tools. Make quilted shoes. Quilted gloves. A whole bunch of quilted cloaks. Can't get crits until I get proficiency here. Technically, I'll waste the last little bit of XP that could have gone towards mastery. Unless I want to do a bunch of light leather shavings, which is just too much time. It's a lot of quilted cloaks. Maybe I should, no, I should do some processing stuff first, shouldn't I? So that I have a chance of getting crit. Otherwise, I'm wasting all the, yeah, all right. Which means I'm going to need to make even more medium leather. This is actually a very fast way to gain proficiency. This actually is slower. It was dumb, but I caught myself before I wasted more resources making. People probably want the crit version of this, so I can probably sell all the non-crits which is still going to be 95% my output, even once I gain proficiency. All right. That's what makes me leather. I'm going to sell. Oh, that's what glazed leather is used for, I see. This is 10 at a time. Anyway, it wouldn't be that slow to use up to gain apprentice mastery. I mean, it wouldn't be that. It's 10 XP at a time. So like 30 crafting actions. I'm sure I don't waste any XP, any materials here. All right. So let's see. Areas I've been to. I've been to the Lone Winds a bunch. I haven't gone further to Rivendell. I haven't been to Moria. I've been all over Eredlune and back in the Shire. I've poked around a little bit before they gave away the quest packs for the area. Swanfleet, mainly to go down there for my very first character, who was a high elf, to learn to ride, because high elves literally the only character race who can't learn to ride in the tutorial, to ride horses, that is. And of course, high elf was my very first character, so it was dumb, and probably should have chosen a human or a dwarf for my first character captain, and they would probably still be my main. So I may revisit Swanfleet in that area, like Swanfleet's. I'm trying to remember the area south of it, but yeah, mainly putzed around the Newbeers. Oh yeah, I've also been north to both Yondershire and what's the name of the place? I've been to the North Downs, Evandeem. It's a big world in this game. Oh, I've already got master there. Let's get rid of these shavings, turn them into more white leather. Had awarded master apprentice tailor. It's a nonsensical term, but whatever. All right, I'm going to turn these remaining shavings into brush me in leather. May have to make a little more brush me in leather and get back to making the quilted cloaks I was doing before. I mean, this is going to be close-ish to level 15. Be able to do just a little combat. Oh, a new ability, Enlivening Grace. Oh, this is a Resurrect. I like to put my Resurrects up here. Usually on third row, so I don't use them by accident. Here's Strike. Location of Elbreath. From Proficient Journeyman Tailor. Yep. Yeah, now I can get crits. Thick quilted coat. Pretty good equipment. Oh, I could get some brief flax fiber. I could increase the chance of crits a whole bunch. I could get some. I don't think I have the marks to buy it. You can actually buy crit ingredients and marks over at the skirmish camp, which is very close to me, but I'm out of marks, so I'd have to do some skirmishes, which I think you have to be level 20 to do. Or epic battles, which you have to only be level 15 for. Although at level 15, the only way you're going to really thrive in that environment is if you become a siege engineer. Because the catapult doesn't care if it's a level 15 or a level 5. I mean, not level 5. I was going to say 500, but there's no level 5. Level 15 or level 150, it doesn't matter. Everyone gets scaled to level 100, but the scaling is imperfect, so higher level characters are still a little better. But when you're firing like a catapult or a scorpion or something at the orcs, or whatever else you're facing in an epic battle, even a level 15 character scale up to level 100 will still perform quite well and can win epic battles with small teams or solo even. Ah, here we go, a thick quilted coat. I guess the only crit one is the one I'm going to wear myself. Well, it takes out the middleman of... Cool. Where's the one my character is just wearing? I wouldn't want to accidentally wear every one of these. They all look the same. One of these cloaks is not like the others. Quilted, quilted, quilted. Oh, there we go. Rough cloth. Sell that off in a second. Quilted shoes instead of rough cloth. Quilted gloves. I did need to change cosmetic outfits to visually the character still looks like he's wearing. Maybe I should make sure this looks as appealing. It doesn't actually. The cloth cloak looks nicer. All right, so I'll keep him this because it's got that stripe. All right, trying to sell. Character's close to level 15. So I should probably grab the level 15 equipment and run around with it and store most of this craft ingredients and go do some questing. All right. Save the die for applying to crit stuff. People who are more vain like that are probably going to want to buy crit stuff. Probably. $13 cloaks to sell. 3 items sold. Okay, and armor. Level 15 cloak. That's all 17 stuff. And the club. Let's just sell off as many of these cloaks as I can. And then here's the question, viewers. Would you guys rather see me do landscape leveling a little bit or head over to the Farmer's Fair and do some of the more role play stuff there? Which is more interesting? I'm asking you, Mountains. What would you rather see? Oh, shoot, that's all I have. I guess the rest of these cloaks are going to have to be stored. All 12 of them. Using most of this character's inventory space. Just gonna get rid of these inferior tools. Store the apprentice expertise tokens for now. Cool. Decluttered inventory. Not getting any votes. I guess I'll check out the Farmer's Fair then, because I haven't actually ever done any Farmer's Fair. Seems like every time it's come around, which has only been, I think, 2 other years before this, I was busy with something else or taking a break from Lord of the Rings. One of the times I was taking a break, the other was busy. So I'm curious if these events are as interesting as the Yule ones. There's certain games that seem to appeal to me more certain times of year. Like this game tends to appeal to me more in the winter. So it feels like I'm playing the game come summer. This guy so technically. My character is what, level 20? Can do missions. Or is it 25? I don't remember. And they can use them as a shortcut around the map. Anyways. To the party tree or brief festival grounds? I bet there's more people at the party tree. No, don't be foolish. Everything needs to be perfect. Or Billy will throw a fit. Hang the rest and be quick about it. And what's that's about? So much flavor text in this game. This game really is a work of love. I just wish they would tweak the storage space and stuff. In league, little life festival provisioner, summer sausage, non-combat morale regen. These are foods that are purely for immersion. They don't provide any combat benefit. Interesting. Festival rewards, festival announcer, and rewards vendor. A tour of the Farmer's Fair. Come on, come all to the Farmer's Fair. So you're here for the Farmer's Fair, are you? I'd be happy to send you along the tour route so that you can become familiar with events. There's so much to do. You'll want to begin by speaking with Mayor Whitfoot in Bywater Center. This is likely his very favorite festival of the year, so he can tell you a great deal. And this is the one that's currently tracked. Good. Okay, how do you select? This is a shortcut to make something the one that's tracked. I don't remember how to do that. Oh, yeah, you can talk to a festival worker while you're at this. A whole bunch of things. All right, I'll start with the tour. It's probably smarter. He's not too far, is he? It's all the way in Bywater. Overheated patrons. Oof. There's an expert farmhand here. He just sells farmer recipes and stuff. Want to use these pots to grow stuff that are actually usable. It's not just for play. Ah, somebody running around here. Make the music a little louder. It's quite soothing. Shire. I can't even hear it. So you guys probably can't. All right. So much chaos. Who am I supposed to talk to? The mayor is around here somewhere. Overworked supplier. Festival coordinator. Festival rewards. Frozen sweet cream vendor. Ice cream, basically. Provisioner. In the center of Bywater, it says I can find the mayor. This is the center. Oh, here we go. Hello, Gonthan. I'm glad to see you took time away from your ventures to come sample the Shire's finest victuals at the Farmer's Fair. Oh my, but I do love this festival. I could eat all day. I hear there's some exciting fishing to be done up at Bowers Pond. Now, if you'll pardon me, I must tuck in. Speak with good old Brace Griddle at the pond. Mayor Wolfoot looks like he's enjoying his food rather a lot lately. He's put on some weight. That's a nice way of saying. Brace Griddle. A tour of the Farmer's Fair. Hello there. Are you fond of fishing? We have many exciting and possibly not so exciting quests down here at the pond during the Farmer's Fair. It's hard to lose at fishing. Well, sort of. Actually, does this character have a fishing pole with him? No. If there's one in my character's home, though, if everyone wanted to go get it. What's next? Oh, you will probably be interested in what's going on at Sanson's farm. It's not far from here, but there's a fast way to get there as well. You should return to Colfa Tunnelly, the announcer by water. Mentions something about an event at Sanson's farm. Back to find out about the egg scramble, eh, Galanthon? I hear it's utter insanity over at Sanson's farm this time of year. If you want to visit, the horse just behind me will take you right there. This is like warps you over. And I dismount magically when I enter the area. Well, hello there. Are you here for a tour of the egg scramble? You've come to the right place. When you're ready to play, just speak to me to queue up for the game. Wait for the game to start, and then start grabbing eggs as fast as you can. You can play now, or finish your tour and head over to Bamfurlong. I'm sure we'll be here when you come back. Bamfurlong. See the delicious, tempting mushrooms. That's over and past Woodhall. So I thought. I am not riding across town. To that, you gotta be kidding me. There must be a quick travel way there. It's gonna want you to. Did I just get stranded here? Do I have to ride out of here? I don't want to play an egg scramble. Oh, back to the farmer's fair. Thank goodness. Looks like I'm bleeding viewers, so I'm not sure people are too interested in this. Maybe there's too many other channels doing this. I don't think there's gonna be a horse to ban for long. I'll finish this tour. Why not? Learn something. Maybe have some actual adventures out this way. I don't think I've talked to the stable master at Stock. Here. So I'll discover a new stable master, head south to the farm. And there's stuff I can actually do around Broadmoor now. It is pretty. Shire at night is always very pretty. Skybox, even it's a full moon in the game. It's not always a full moon, is it? Switch my character's equipment outfit, I think. Maybe this is actually more interesting to folks visually. I don't know. The hat of the White Downs. The White Downs, which never made it into the game. They're supposed to be west of the Shire. To the Far Downs and then to the White Downs are like in that area. It's labeled on the map, but you can't actually go there. The Marish. Not far enough level to actually stop the wildlife from attacking me, interestingly. Yep, I haven't visited this area with this character. Now I could take him to Hobbiton or wherever. There's actually some danger and adventures in this area. Surprisingly close to stock. It's not a completely safe area for real low-level characters. Still, the Shire is pretty safe everywhere. I think some of the normal mobs have been removed from the area this time of year. Oh, there is a horse there. Maybe I could have. Oh, another inquisitor after delicious mushrooms, eh? There are plenty to go around, but the trick is catching them before Maggot's dogs catch you. You can try to find some now, or you can finish your tour by heading back to Bywater and coming back later. I'll even try to leave some mushrooms for you. Eh, back to Bywater. Nice little ride. Clear my character's head and my own head a little bit. Did you enjoy your tour, Galanton? As you can see, there's plenty to keep everyone busy while the farmer's fair is in town. I hope you have a lovely time. Deed bestowed at the farmer's fair. We got a couple tokens. Farmer's fair tokens. Eventually, I could get stuff like Steed of Summer's Night. It's a little tougher than my current horse, but not faster. These are mythical coin stuff only. Gift boxes of past years. Caps, dresses. Cloak of Summer's Night. Interesting. A lot of times they sell previous year's steeds somewhere nearby. There's another. Not always, though. Oh, horse to Banfrong. Sometimes some of the horses are faster. Goodness me, I can't possibly keep up with the incredible demand. The festival goods all by myself. Everything seems to run out at once, but the suppliers for the fair are all over the Shire. Will you help me get on them? Perhaps I can give you a little incentive to make these runs as speedy as can be. To Banfrong, restocking the mushroom tent. Well, I can get there with fast travel. Oh no, we are out of mushrooms. Head to Banfrong to find another basket for the market and bring it back to me as quickly as you can. Here, take this pie. It uses my great-grandmother's secret recipe and is said to lend you incredible speed when you take a bite of it. Hurry now. Do not tarry. You have no idea what this food is, but it smells delicious. Peculiar, but delicious. So how do I get the mushrooms? Do I have to participate in the mushroom event? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Oops. Oh, here we go. Fresh savory mushrooms. And there's a wolf there. Like an actual wolf, not those wolf-like dogs. It's completely non-aggressive during the fair or something. All right, that's the main exit. Where's the... Isn't it through the fields? That's the quick travel way out. Right? I am not going to want to go out of here the slow way. Come on. Somewhere around here. Here we go. Okay. But what happened to the mushrooms I was carrying? Is it going to make me walk them all the way back? I think it is. They disappeared when I quit travel. That was annoying. Let's just go this way. I see. There's a wolf. Normally it'd be aggressive, but it's not. Guess I have to walk the mushrooms back. That's annoying. This is pi periodically to do it quicker. Still annoying. Should probably head north if I take this route. Oh, there's Woodhall. Take that route. There's like bandits. There's already wildlife that might attack me as is this way. All right. I feel like this quest could be abused just to get the pie to go places quickly. And like not actually do the resupply quests. It's slower than riding a horse though, so I doubt it's actually worth it. Oh, look at him run when he eats munches on that pie. Hmm. Hurry, Gonthon, you're the hero of the farmer's fair. I feel irritated and annoyed. Now you can get some more of the rings points from helping with each of these tasks. Many are the needs during the farmer's fair. What a feast this is. The farmer's fair is my favorite festival of the year, Gallanton. I must insist upon tasting every food that's offered at the market. The problem is, sometimes I sample something rather alarming and need relief. Will you help me? Bring the mayor something to relieve him. Mayor Whitfoot, mayor of Mickledelving, is said to be the fastest hobbit in the West Farthing, and possibly beyond. Right, not apple crate apples. Various traders, suppliers. I wonder if this guy has any. Some of the woodworkers scattered throughout the terrain often have more recipes. I didn't know any of these, so I'll just grab them. Hymn of the Five Armies. And instruments. Rowing hymn. Five Armies drum. Lots of stuff more stuff that I even knew existed. Journeyman woodworker recipes galore. Not what I came here for, but no, it's tailor recipes as well. As people scattered throughout the terrain can give you a lot more recipes usually than the ones in the craft halls. Linen armor. Linen cloak. Gloves. Hat. Lots of journeyman tailor recipes. Anyways, the crafters are just here. They're not actually in any way associated with the fair. This is also where you can buy some generic NPC weapons and stuff if your character needs it. Like the one-handed weapon trainer. as. Huh, at level 20, my character will be able to use instruments. So some of this will be useful to craft. Cool. You should probably at least grab the level 3 to our recipes. Reason for that is I have enough stuff already to get my character up to level, to make lots of level 3 tower stuff and to master it. This I'm sure that's my character levels. Further, he can make all the stuff he could need. Like up to level 30 gear. For himself. I'll have good armor. And if I can't make weapons and instruments because the wood's too rare to really master the stuff. I have to buy some of that in the auction house. Cool. Supplier, bowyer. All right, enough of that. There's the post office. Postman Khan. Interesting. Grocer. The mayor. Overworked vendor. Where are those simpletons? The other sellers have disappeared, and surely to go off and enjoy the fair. I will have their hides if they dare show their faces after all these hours. I'm short of hands, Gauntlin, as you can surely see. Would you be so kind as to help me? There are many orders to be filled. Ah. Interesting. Maybe in a second. And neither accept nor decline that. Instead, I just noticed I'm at 2 hours and 25 minutes of recording, so I need to cut this for video on demand length. And for YouTube, which I'm already going to have to cut the video into multiple pieces. I cut this and start a new video, so I hope you all enjoyed. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves and may always find a guy and start a video on those on YouTube. Do stick around because I'm still going to be recording.